argue exactly when these periods begin and end, but we genuinely recognize that we're leaving the Piscean age and entering into the age of Aquarius. This is the age of enlightenment, and all we have to do is look within yourself or look outside to see that something is happening in the world. Not only is there a negative side, a darkness with wars around the world and terrorism, and which seems to be a world fed by greed and anger and fear, but there's also a light that is growing, and you are a part of a small but rapidly growing segment of the population that is enlightening. There are millions and millions and millions of people all over the world that are beginning to enlighten. You've already awakened, or you wouldn't be here listening to me. So I want to begin tonight by first acknowledging you. I want to bow to that which brought you to me and brought all of us together so we could share this time together to hold the intention together. Thousands of people from all over the world will be joining us so that we can focus on the intention of raising the consciousness of the planet and bringing peace on earth and goodwill towards man. We are the ones that are bringing the light forward. We are the critical mass that is shifting the collective consciousness of humanity. And this Shaktipat meditation that we're going to be doing together right here, right now, is designed to shift energy. Shakti is energy. So the first thing I want to do is invite all of you to find a seat, find a comfortable place to sit, and sit up straight if you can, because today we're going to be tuning into energy. Shakti means energy. In the West, we recognize that there's something that animates our own existence, something causing your heart to beat, something causing the cells to regenerate, something causing life within you that is you, for without it you'd be dead. So there's something other than just the cell structure, the physical body or the mind, that comprises the essence of your own being. There's something giving life to it. And in the West, we typically call that spirit. In the East, my guru called it Shakti. And so our meditation focuses on connecting with the very life force within you that is you. It's plugging into your own spirit, as it were. And as you connect with it and as you open it up, typically we'll look at our third eye at some point today. And when you do that, it's like flicking the light switch on. All of a sudden, this Kundalini Shakti begins to cycle in your body, and you become more present to your own essence, to your own spiritual nature or your own spirit. And the same spirit that's guiding me is guiding you. It's guiding all of us. So the more connected we are, the more connected we are. And the more connected we are, the more we're guided. The more we're guided, the more we're all going to ultimately gain more clarity and find more happiness and peace. So I want to invite you to take a deep breath and step in to this present moment together. Let's step out of our day and step out of the machinations of the mind, step out of all our mentally contrived states, and turn our attention inward to recognize that inner essence of our own being, to acknowledge that part of us that guided us to be here. There's something that's been guiding you to read different books and to take different classes and perhaps to teach too. And the same thing that's guiding you is guiding me, and it all guided us to be together right here, right now, so we could participate in sharing some energy and maybe opening it up, deepening that connection, growing and developing a higher awareness and feeling more love and joy and peace. And the more we're conducting from this higher place of consciousness, the more we can disseminate and share this love into those around us, into the world at large, because the same energy that we're drawing from, we're also contributing to. So each of us draw our life from the same source. There's something guiding all life throughout the universe, and it's what brought you forth into being. It's been guiding you throughout your whole life, and it's been guiding everyone, but not everyone's listening. The fact that you're listening is significant. So I want to take a moment to begin with by just inviting you to breathe in and connect with that which guided you to be here to be listening to me. And we're going to call that spirit. Call it anything you want. But let's just acknowledge that there is, in fact, a higher aspect of your own being that is awakening within you, that you're in the midst of your own enlightenment. You're not just going to be enlightened one day. Your true self is already enlightened, and it's really a matter of developing the body and mind for the full expression of that inner light that you are. And so Shaktipat meditation is the practice of connecting with the source of life within you that is you. You are the light. You are the truth. You are love divine. And this body is but a dream of thine. So I was very lucky to study with many masters growing up, but it was Vettatri Maharishi from the Tamil line of Siddhas in South India that I apprenticed with and who trained me to teach you so that we together could all get connected with this light and bring it forth into the world so that the whole world can live together in happiness and peace. I want to take a minute to thank Peace Day TV for making this opportunity so now we can all connect from wherever you are, whatever state or country you happen to be in. And it serves as a metaphor, the fact that we could watch a video broadcast, you could hear my voice live from anywhere in the world. There are invisible energy fields, electricity, microwaves, some kind of energy that is being transported, maybe through fiber optic cable, satellite, microwave, different sources, so that we could all connect together right here, right now. But there's also another invisible force that's working through us. The Shakti that is alive within all things, including each of us, is guiding each of us. So the same thing that causes my heart beat causes your heart to beat. So I want to invite you to take a deep breath and just connect with that which is causing life within you right now. And as you breathe out, let's just imagine that we're stepping into a hot bubbling jacuzzi. So we use the metaphor, we use the vision of a hot tub in order to conjure, to create a mental state where we are naturally going to relax. A lot of people, when they meditate, they try and beat their mind into submission, and then they get frustrated because their mind doesn't stop going on and on and on. In this meditation, you don't have to worry about trying to stop your mind. All we have to do is connect with something that's already innate within us all, that Shakti, that spirit that you are. So take a deep breath, and as we step into this hot tub, just imagine the feeling of the warmth as you dip your feet into the hot pool. And as you breathe out, go ahead and bend your knees and imagine you're dipping your torso into the warm water and feel it soaking into your back, penetrating into your muscles and tendons and bones. Just breathe in and feel yourself relaxing. Create that state of deep relaxation, because when you're sitting in a jacuzzi, you don't have to try to relax. You just naturally relax, don't you? And as you breathe out, you might just roll your head back and imagine that that warm water is soaking into your muscles, tendons, and bones, and we're just going to let that stress go. Breathe in, and as you breathe in, feel your heart opening. For the more open you are to receive, the more you will receive. And as you breathe out, go ahead and let your shoulders drop, let your neck relax, let your head roll back, let your eyes roll up. Some of you can continue to gaze into my eyes, and I'll be sending you some energy. Or if you'd like, you can close your eyes and just gaze into the point between your eyebrows. And we're all going to naturally start conducting life force energy. So there's something inside causing life within you. As you breathe in, I just want to invite you to connect with that. Connect with that life force current. Connect to the source of life within you, the spirit that you are. Feel it in your nervous system. Just imagine the cable of nerves in the center of your spinal column, and they kind of branch out like roots from a tree out into all your extremities and into your vital organs. There's electrical currents that flow through your body that animate it. So you might just imagine your nervous system alive and the energy flowing through you, causing life. There's also subtle currents of energy called chi. Perhaps you've all seen an acupuncture chart and seen the points and the meridians that run up and down the body. Well, science has actually been able to discover these areas of low resistance and high connectivity that are channeling through your body, that are helping the energy move through all the tissues of your body. So you have energy in your nervous system, you have energy in your chi. You also have this energy around these electromagnetic fields around your body, what Swamiji called biomagnetism. Most people call it an aura these days. But we all have this electromagnetic field within us. It's within every atom. There's a positive and a negative charge. It's around every molecule. It's around every cell before cell divides. Remember in the olden days, they used to draw a circle on the chalkboard, and the teacher would put a plus on the bottom and a minus at the, or a plus on the top and a minus on the bottom, and then the cell would divide. Well, what they were measuring was the polarity of the cell. There's actually a positive charge on one end and a negative charge on the other. And so it is with your entire body. You have a positive charge at the top of your head, you have a negative charge at the bottom of your tailbone, and there's a current that is flowing through you. And so the yogis call this your Kundalini Shakti. So there's energy in your nervous system, there's energy in your chi, There's energy in the electromagnetic fields around your body. So I want you to just breathe in and absorb and kind of soak that in. Just like you're soaking in the hot tub. I just want you to feel the floatiness like bubbles that are lapping up inside you, and you'll begin to feel your own life force energy. And that's the meditation. It's really just tuning into that field. There are also fields of energy around the earth. We have a north pole and a south pole, and any compass needle will guide or point towards the north, indicating where the North Pole is. It's because there are these arching fields of electromagnetism that encircle the globe, and it fills our atmosphere with this life force energy, or prana. So as you're breathing, you're actually drawing in this life force energy. You're absorbing it into your lungs, and it's being taken in through the septum, and the negative energy is being drawn in through the left side, and the positive through the right side. It's coming down the sides of your spine. It's coming together at the base of the spine in a root chakra, and then it's channeling back up the spine. So it's coming down the sides and back up the spine, and you're cycling energy in a toroidal field, it's called. And so around each cell and around your body and around the earth are these toroidal fields of energy that come up through the center of your body or the center of the earth. They go around the earth and back up. So we're a part of the life force energy of the earth, just like we're a part of the life force energy in every cell of our body. And we see this same system designed into the solar system itself. There is a positive and a negative charge, a field around the sun, conducting the energy that's giving life and moving the planets. And we see it in the center of the galaxy too. And we see it throughout the universe. There is a unified field that is conducting life, causing life at every stratum, from the smallest microcosm of subatomic particles, atoms, molecules, to cells, life forms, planets, solar systems, galaxies, and the universe itself. Fields within fields within fields of consciousness expressing through different strata, but all interconnected as one. And that's really the point, that we realize that we're all part of a collective consciousness. We're all part of a shift that's occurring within the consciousness. You and I and all of us together, by us engaging this life force energy and by us becoming conscious of our own consciousness, we're actually evolving a sixth sense. We're initiating and activating an opening of this sixth sense, this awareness of ourself, the enlightenment of the consciousness itself. And so by us enlightening together and collectively, and by channeling and transmitting these higher currents of energy, we're actually transmitting this into the collective consciousness of humanity. And this is helping to awaken the consciousness of the planet. So this is the goal of the meditation, not only for your own peace and joy and bliss and raising your own consciousness and furthering your own enlightenment, but us collectively meditating together is going to help awaken the consciousness of the planet so we can all live together in happiness and peace. We are forming the critical mass. So the first step that I want to go through with you today is by us first getting connected with our own life force energy, connecting with the Shakti, and raising it up, feeling it flowing through our body. So as we sit here in this jacuzzi of consciousness, think of us as just sitting together as friends, getting high on God. The idea is the more connected to the source of life itself within you, the higher you get, the more bliss, the more joy, the more peace. And we want to take this love and joy and peace and not only receive it, but you're also a transmitter of this light. You're here to bring this light into the world, to what you think and say and do. So by us galvanizing our intention, by all of us that are meditating together, focusing on bringing this light into the world, there's a strength in our numbers. There's a synergy in us working together as a team. And so I want to invite you to join me, not only in a meditation, but holding this intention that we're going to bring this light into the world so that the whole world can live in happiness and peace. Wouldn't that be beautiful? And then at the end of the meditation, we're going to focalize this energy with the vision and the feeling and the thought of bringing light into the world, of seeing a world enlightening. And what does that look like? So 2012, let it be the year of transformation, the death of the old and a rebirth of the true nature of the self as the spirit that we are, to bring in the kingdom of spirit, which is the kingdom of heaven, which is actually the prophecy with the Jews, the prophecy with the Christians and Islam, as well as Hinduism. We see the wheel of the Bodhidharma has turned. We see this is the age of prophecy in most indigenous cultures. We see 2012 is the year of enlightenment. So let us hold this intention together and see what we can do to bring it forth. So as we sit here in the jacuzzi, I want to invite you to just be aware of your body. just feel the weight of your body and just feel yourself kind of soaking in the feeling, like we're just floating. There's kind of a buoyancy from being in this hot tub that we're imagining in our mind. And there's a warm, bubbly sensation that is opening up inside you. And so again, breathe in. Take a deep breath in through your nose as if you're pulling in the prana, pulling in this electromagnetism from around the globe and internalizing it. And it's being channeled through your endocrine system and your nervous system. And it's becoming a part of your biomagnetic field. So the energy around you is a part of the energy within you. And together we are one through this field and through this consciousness. So breathe in and feel the energy in your nervous system. Feel it in your chi. Feel it in the electromagnetic fields around your body. And now feel it flowing between you and me. So as I'm speaking to you, I'm actually conducting energy. And this is what Shaktipat is. We all have Shakti. We all have a connection to the source. You don't need me or anyone else to be connected because you're already connected. You already are the light. But if I share energy with you, if we conduct it together and exchange it together, just like a personal trainer kind of pushing you and helping to open it up inside you, you're going to find this energy is going to get stronger and stronger. So as I'm looking at you, just gaze into my eyes and you may begin to feel a little current of energy running into your body. You may start to get a little buzz. And that's the whole idea, that it gets fun, it's enjoyable, it's blissful. A lot of people when they meditate, it's a difficult experience for them. It's boring because they just sit there and try and subdue their mind. But when you connect to the source of life itself, or if you have a teacher that can show you how to connect and how to develop that connection and how to go deeper into it, then it just gets better and better and better until you're blissed out of your mind. So all of us at the Self-Awareness Institute have a lot of fun, either on our retreats, on our live teleconferences, because we get high from meditating. It brings you joy and happiness and peace, and not just temporally while you're meditating, but the same inner peace and joy extends out to what you think and say and do, and it's brought into your life. And isn't that the point, that you enjoy your life more and you have more awareness and you can share that awareness with others so they too may feel it, so we all may come together and live in peace? Isn't that the vision we all share? So breathe in and feel that connection. Feel what brought us together today. Feel the life force energy flowing, not only cycling through you, but now cycling from me to you. And I'll try and help you bring that energy up. So just breathe in and imagine the energy is moving from my eyes into your eyes. Just take a deep breath and see if you can feel it. And then close your eyes for a minute and internalize the feeling. And see if you can feel that subtle current of energy that is flowing through your body. So I'm reaching out to you in spirit as spirit. It's a spiritual connection. You're hearing me through words. Your mind is thinking about the words and processing thought. But I'm really connecting to you spirit to spirit and soul to soul. This is a spiritual exercise. So I want you to breathe in and feel the spirit, feel the life force in your body, feel it in your chi. Feel it in the electromagnetic fields around your body. And now feel it flowing between you and me. And see if you can feel the energy in your body. Another thing you can do, it might be fun, is just to put your hands up. And as you do so, you may begin to feel some energy being picked up in your hands. I do regular teleconferences all over the world. We've got students in 120 countries. And during the live teleconferences that we hold each month, or if you just go to Enlightenment Radio and tune in whenever you want, it's on the internet, you can pick up this life force current. And this is what Swamiji taught me to teach you, so that we can all learn how to receive and we can all learn how to conduct. We're all receivers and we're all transmitters of the light. So if you work with me, you'll find that this light will just start to begin moving through you and you'll go deeper into the experience. Take a deep breath and internalize the experience. What are you feeling? The same thing that makes my heart beat makes your heart beat. The same volition that's speaking through me is listening through you. The same volition that guided me to get on this webinar or webcast guided you to be here too. We're all being guided, just not everybody's listening very well. This meditation helps you plug in to that inner knowing and that inner listening. By going inside to the source of life itself within you, you connect to the source a life itself. You connect with yourself. So it's not so much an understanding of the true nature of yourself, so much as your mind and body having the experience of realizing the true nature of yourself as the spirit itself, as the consciousness and expression. And as you connect with that life force current, you're going to feel that current open up inside you. And it's a blissful feeling. So I invite you to breathe in, and again, and connect with the life force in your body. Roll your eyes up, and let's take a minute to just close our eyes and gaze into the point between your eyebrows. So I'm sure you all know about the third eye, the Ajna chakra, the point between your eyebrows. You have a pituitary gland and a pineal gland that are right behind this point. And when we put our attention there, we activate those glands. That sends a life force current up the spine. First, it connects you directly to the source of life. This is where you go to find the answers. You know the answers lie within you. This is where you go to find it. You know the source of happiness and peace lie within. This is where you go to find it. As soon as you connect with the spirit that you are, your spirit's always happy. It's just your mind that may not be attuned to it. So now you have the tool whenever you need to connect to that source of life itself within you by connecting to that point between the eyebrows. And then if you want some help, just think of me and I'll come to you as a psychic energy or an invisible force that's being conducted through me. And then you start to conduct it. And the beautiful thing is, as you conduct it, your children and your friends and your neighbors and your work associates will all begin to feel your energy too. Because we're all here to receive and we're all here to transmit. And when we all enlighten, we will create peace on earth as we are all innately wanting to do. And that's what's happening in the world today. Millions and millions of people are beginning to meditate. More than ever before in the history of mankind, there are people meditating. And more than any other time in the history of the world, we have an opportunity to awaken the consciousness of the planet. So let us set our intention to be a vehicle for that global enlightenment. Go ahead and take a deep breath and see if you, again, can feel that energy getting stronger in your body. So as you're gazing into your third eye, first you're making a direct connect. That point between your eyebrows is the on switch. It's like flicking the light switch on. As soon as you put your attention at your third eye, energy comes. As soon as you connect with me, it gets stronger. The other beautiful thing is it creates a relaxation response. You release peptides by gazing at your third eye, and this lowers your brainwave frequencies. Normally, throughout the day, you're operating in what's called a beta brainwave frequency. That's somewhere between 14 and 40 cycles per second. But as you engage this third eye point, you naturally, like a natural biofeedback mechanism, will begin to lower your brainwave frequencies and go into alpha, which is 7 to 13 cycles per second. So it feels like you're dozing off, like maybe you're going to sleep. But as you continue to focus at that point between the eyebrows, you'll be drawn even deeper into what's called the theta brainwave frequency. This lies between 4 and 6 cycles per second. And it's here that you may begin to see colored lights at the point between your eyebrows, a blue light. You might see a single image of an eye. Maybe a form or symbol will come to you. Maybe you feel like you've left your body. Maybe you'll just see bright colors or lights. This is all an effect that occurs during the theta brainwave frequency when you're going into a deeper meditation. But as you continue to meditate at this point between the eyebrows, you'll eventually go into what's called the delta brainwave frequency, which is 0 to 3 cycles per second. And as you go into the delta brainwave frequency, your brainwave activity slows down so much that it's like when a lake or a pond becomes calm. It has a self-reflective quality. You look into the clear pond and you see a reflection of yourself. If you want to look at yourself, you look at a reflection in the mirror. If you want to know the nature of yourself, you have only to reflect on your own nature. So as we calm the mind, this self-reflective nature becomes clear to our own mind. In other words, the mind begins to realize the true nature of itself as the consciousness itself. So you merge into this consciousness as you go into these deep delta brainwave frequencies, and this will take you into what the yogis call a somatic state, a samadhi, where you're no longer in an I sense identity. Your individual consciousness is unbounded. It leaves the confines of mind and body, and the individual consciousness merges into total consciousness, what the yogis call Satchit Ananda. beingness, consciousness, bliss. So the idea of developing this training is to move your own awareness beyond mental faculties and the senses, beyond your physicality into the eternal nature of yourself as the consciousness itself. This is transcendence. This is a transcendental meditation, in other words. So again, breathe in and gaze into the point between the eyebrows. And then as you release your breath, just feel yourself letting go completely and just letting your own indwelling spirit be your guide. And follow this feeling down the corridors of your own mind. Let it take you back to the place before thoughts arise. And then in the emptiness of the void, you simply allow your attention to dwell. You allow your individual consciousness to merge into total consciousness. You just let go and enjoy the feeling. Observe the feeling. Observe the feeling within you and around you. Observe the part of you observing the feeling. Observe the observer observing. Turn your awareness around 180 degrees and observe that part of you that is observing. Be conscious of that part of you that is conscious. How aware are you in this moment? What state are you in? Do you notice a difference? Can you feel a shift energetically? Can you feel a subtle difference in the state that you're in? What part of you is aware of what state you are in? Just be aware of this awareness. Be conscious of how aware you are. Or another way to put it is just be conscious of your own consciousness. The more conscious we are of our own consciousness, the more our consciousness evolves. The more conscious we are, the less unconscious we are. The more conscious you are, the happier you are. The more clarity, the more insight, the more you are guided, the more happiness you feel, the more peace. The more unconscious we become, this is where we miss opportunities and make mistakes and act in ways that we wish we hadn't afterwards. Going unconscious is what causes suffering and pain. So as we become more conscious, we become less unconscious. So consciousness is a self-evolving process. You become conscious by consciously becoming conscious of how conscious you are. And as you become increasingly more conscious, you connect with your own consciousness, which is the essence of your own nature. And it is this consciousness that has been guiding you through all your life lessons and will guide you to the degree you allow it to. So each time we meditate, we're connecting with that inner guidance, the part of us that knows who we are and why we were born, and we'll be guided to the people, the places, the situations, the opportunities that will help you through all your life lessons so you can fulfill the very purpose of your existence and find more fulfillment and meaning and peace in your life. It's all a matter of how connected you are. And this meditation will help you connect. And the more you meditate, the more connected you will be. And the more connected you are, the happier you will be. So let me help you. I've trained thousands of people. What are you feeling right now? Breathe in and let's take an accounting of where we're at. What's happened already? So even as I'm speaking to you, this is a part of the meditation. because I'm sending energy through the voice. I'm sending energy through the eyes. You can open your eyes again if you want. And just connect energetically. Bring your hands up and see if you can feel the energy in the palms of your hand. So your hands are like an antenna. And if I were to take a tuning fork and strike it, and I was to put the tuning fork near the one that was already vibrating, that second tuning fork would start to pick up that vibration. There would be a harmony. In the same way, your hands are beginning to pick up an energy that I'm sending to you. And so this is how you can tune into these higher states of consciousness. You will learn to recalibrate to a higher state of consciousness. We did this exercise with the late Dr. David Hawkins. We did a seminar together a number of years ago, and we were able to demonstrate that even through one seminar, we could create a radical shift in consciousness. Over a weekend, we calibrated before and after, and there was a big shift in the calibrated level of consciousness that everybody at the retreat went through. And even now, as you're listening to me, if you tune into your body, you'll begin to feel a slight difference. And this is what I want you to become attuned to, is become conscious of these subtle shifts in your energy, these subtle shifts in your level of consciousness or awareness. Because as you become conscious of what state you're in, you will progressively begin to move from one state to a higher state to another state, and so forth, until you are fully enlightened. And this is what we teach at the Self-Awareness Institute. So bring your hands up, see if you can feel the energy. Now take your hands and imagine you're holding a beach ball in front of your chest. So the right hand is on one side of the beach ball and the left hand on the other side. And just imagine now that you are slowly squeezing the beach ball together. And see if you can feel the energy between your hands. So the idea is that your mind and body become aware of this electromagnetism or biomagnetism that is around your body. And just in the few minutes that we have been meditating, we've already amped it up or taken the energy up a stage or two. You're all conducting a little more energy than you were before the beginning of the meditation. So I just want this to kind of settle into your mind, so your mind gets a sense that there's tangibly a difference. There's literally some kind of an energy field that you can feel between your hands. Just see if you can feel that and feel how it's getting stronger. And so as we work together, as you let me work with you, what we're going to be doing is building up that light, building up that energy field. So not only are you conducting more energy, and this has a very tonic effect on your body, it helps regenerate cells, it keeps you young and vibrant and alive and happy, but also we can shift the subtle energy that is being conducted. Kind of like turning the knob on a radio, going from one frequency to another. As I'm speaking to you during this meditation, I'm going to begin to move the energy into higher states. So I want you to be aware of how you're feeling right now and just observe the subtle states. So again, gaze into my eyes and just imagine that the energy that is being conducted through my body is now being conducted into your body, that we're just sharing a good vibe. We're just sharing love. So I feel this tremendous love and joy and peace, and I want you to feel this. So as we gaze into each other's eyes, what begins to happen is you're like with me in consciousness. You begin to go into this state with me. You begin to feel a little bit of what it's like. So take a deep breath and draw in the feeling. Or put up your hands too if you want. Turn your palms outward again and just absorb the feeling, like your hands were a radio antenna picking up a broadcast. Breathe in and draw this light into your body. Absorb it like a sponge. And now again, close your eyes, roll your eyes up, and let us go into a meditation together. Let the feeling be your guide. You simply gaze into the point between your eyebrows. And now we're going to let the feeling guide us. We don't need outer senses. Follow this feeling down the corridors of your own mind. Let it take you back to the place before thoughts arise. If you're distracted by a thought, a feeling, or a sound, just see it as a reminder to go back to the feeling. Just let go and enjoy the feeling. Now again, observe the feeling. What state are you in? Just note the subtle shift of energy in your body and in your mind. Do you feel a little floaty? Do you feel a little buzzing? Can you feel the current of life force within you? Can you feel your spirit? Turn your awareness around 180 degrees and behold that which you are. And from this place within, observe the sound bouncing into your ears, your eardrums vibrating, sending a signal into your mind as you hear these words and interpret their meaning. Just observe your mind thinking. And if you open your eyes, just observe light coming in through your eyes. As impressions are formed in your mind, just observe it as if you were watching a computer. You can close your eyes and observe a space between the observer or the witness and that which is being observed. Whatever your mind is projecting, whatever thoughts, ideas, images, sounds that your mind can create, there's always something other than the mind that is observing the mind. And this is a part of the awareness development training that is necessary to evolve your consciousness to the full realization of the self. Part of it's meditating every day. So I want to give you the suggestion to sit every morning for as long as it is comfortable and just turn your eyes up and gaze at your third eye and connect with that life force within you that is you. And just develop that connection. Don't work at it, don't try. Connect with me and you'll find it's easy, effortless, and enjoyable, even blissful. And then observe your mind throughout the day as a walking meditation. Let's go into your day and ask yourself, what state am I in? And as you sit back and become the objective observer of your own mind and mental state, you'll find you'll be able to direct your mind. If you get angry or frustrated or impatient or fearful or in any contracted mental state, you'll be able to watch it as if you're watching a play or a movie and redirect your mind and your focus. This will enable you to develop higher awareness and as a result find more clarity, happiness, and peace in your life. So let's finish today by taking this energy that we're conducting and directing it towards a beautiful vision of a world living in peace. I want to invite you to breathe in again and put your hands up and see if we can connect and share some more energy together. Just breathe in and absorb the feeling. Take the energy in and absorb it like a sponge. Take as much as you can take. Feel it moving into your body, into your cells, into your heart. Feel your heart expanding like a balloon. And as you breathe out, feel the energy expanding around you. Envision your entire body enshrouded in a cocoon of gold and white light. Breathe in again and absorb. And as you breathe out, feel your auric field expanding out maybe 2 or 3 feet around you. See if you can feel that biomagnetism. See if you can feel the current of energy. See if you can feel your spirit body, the light that you are. For that which causes life within you is you. You're not a mind and body, you're spirit. And now your mind is realizing this, not just understanding it, but you're coming into the realization of the true nature of yourself. Breathe in and be that which you are. Thou art this. Realize this. And now in your mind's eye, let's send some love to those you love. Think of your spouse or partner and send them some love. Just send them love and joy and peace from your heart. Send it to your children. Send it to your pets. Send it to your parents, other members of your family, and all your friends too. May you all be protected and guided by the divine in all your activities, day and night, in all places. And may the whole world live in happiness and peace. Now this is where we want to have some fun. I want you to take a minute to think about the President of the United States, whether you like him or not, and just send him some love. Let's just send love and peace and joy into the White House and into the Congress, to all our senators and congressmen, and to all the parliamentarians, to all the leaders of all the world. Just picture our leadership enlightening. Picture the leaders of banking and commerce and trade, all connecting with this light, all being guided to do what is in the best interest of the whole for all of humanity, not just themselves. Let's send love to all those at war, to all those that hate, all those that would kill themselves or another for any reason without judging them. Let's just send love wherever there is anger, wherever there is fear, wherever there are people that can't eat, there's not enough food to feed the family. Just send love. Let's feel compassion for the bulk of the world that doesn't get 3 meals a day. Let's just feel compassion for them and see them. Picture a world where everybody had a place to live. Everybody had some cloth, something to wear to keep them warm. Everybody had food, and everybody had a way of making a contribution. Everybody had some service that they could render. Something we could do for each other. Picture a world that lived in peace. A world where we all loved each other. A world where we didn't divide each other by some religion or culture or race. That we weren't divided by the color of our skin or our gender or our belief. That we all saw beyond the religions of the world, although they're all beautiful, but we all saw that we're all spirit. We looked past the form, beyond the dogma, beyond the regiments and protocols of religious leaders or political leaders, and saw that we're all brothers and sisters of the same Creator. Let's picture a world where we all lived in peace, where people ate good, green, wholesome food, and we became healthy. Things like heart disease and cancer and diabetes abated as we ate more green, natural, live foods, drank clean, pure water, treated our body with respect, and treated each other with respect. Let's picture a world where we used green energy, which is existing today. We went off fossil fuels. We didn't have to pollute. Energy became cheap. And we were all working to support each other. We're all making a space for everyone to make their contribution. Let's picture a world where we all live together in happiness and peace. Just take a deep breath. And as you breathe out, just transmit that vision. Let's just transmit it as if every other human being was picking it up through their antenna, through their spine, at some level, whatever level they were ready to receive it. They were all beginning to pick up on that transmission. They were all beginning to feel a little more love, a little more joy, a little more peace. We were all awakening. Picture a world that had enlightened, where everybody was beginning to get this. Everybody was feeling more joy and love and peace. And now let us bring that peace into the world by bringing it into what we think, and through what we say, and through what we do, the actions we take, and how we share this with others, telling other people, spreading the word, spreading the light. For that's why you came into this world. You came here to bear this light and to bring it into the world so we could all live together in happiness and peace. Would you take a deep breath? And let's focalize this energy where it's needed the most. I'd like to send love to the Middle East, into Israel and Palestine, and to Egypt, and Lebanon, and Syria too, into Iraq, and Iran, and Afghanistan, and Pakistan, into all the places where there is strife, where all there's crime. Just love, not judging anyone, just bringing love, as if a swath of love was just flowing through the Middle East and extending up into China and Tibet and throughout Asia. And I think the whole continent of Africa could use a hug. And in fact, the whole world, to every nook and cranny where a human being exists. Let's picture how we all were connecting with this, that we're all sharing a vision of bringing more light into the world. And if we all thought it, if we all talked about it, if we all took actions to share with others, and we would all be bringing it about. we create the world that we all ultimately want to live in. It just takes enough of us making a little bit of effort each day, like the acorn planter that each day would just plant a few acorns. And over many years of his life, he planted enough seeds that took root that a whole forest would grow from the acts of one man. And each time we share, each time we invite someone to a meditation, each time we take the time to listen, we take some act every day to raise the consciousness, we together are creating a critical mass that is changing the world. So let us picture the world enlightening. Let us picture a world where we loved each other. I want to picture a world where a woman could walk anywhere in the world and never have to fear a man. That things like abuses, sexual abuse, or even self-abuse just didn't exist, because we found that peace and joy and love is innate within our own being. It just takes each of us making a little more effort. So I want to invite you to make that effort. I want to invite you to join the Self-Awareness Institute. Just go to selfawareness.com and get our newsletter. We have free teleconferences every month. And you just getting on that teleconference will give you another transmission every month. We have an ongoing class, membership program, an inner circle where we meet every Thursday and Thursday night and Sunday morning Pacific time. And so if you want more advanced training, you can go there. I'll be giving a initiation into Kundalini meditation, both the third eye and crown chakras, this October in Costa Mesa. I'll be giving a retreat in January in Laguna Beach, a week-long retreat, the week of the 21st to the 26th. And the end of this year, in December, from the 20th to the 23rd, I'll be joining Peace Day TV in what they're calling Synthesis 2012, which is pretty exciting. So I want to make sure you all know about this. Peace Day TV will be having a number of people providing different activities. We'll be doing meditations from Chichen Itza, Mexico, Machu Picchu, Peru. They're working on getting someone at the pyramids. We'll have Marion Williamson in Los Angeles leading a program, and Michael Beckwith from the Agape Church, and perhaps Greg Braden and Barbara Marks Hubbard, Steve Dinan for Noetic Science. So it's a global effort of new thought leaders and spiritual teachers, all of us coming together to focalize the energy, to create shift on a global scale. And we collectively, all of us, want to invite you to be more active participants, to get involved, to join the meditations when you can, to meditate every day. Just you meditating every day, as you raise your consciousness, you're contributing to the collective awakening of humanity. And so if there's just one thing you could do, is to work on yourself, to sit each morning for 20 minutes. I also have a radio program called Enlightenment Radio. You can Google it. And I'm leading meditations 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's free. We have over 1 million listeners in over 120 countries. So get on Enlightenment Radio. Tell your friends about it. Come to Self-Awareness Institute. Join the programs at Peace Day LA. Become an active participant in the biggest shift that has ever occurred in the history of humanity. You have been called to awaken from the dream, to remember who you are and why you were born, so that you can fulfill not only the purpose of your own existence, but us collectively to fulfill the purpose of existence itself, to create the critical mass that is shifting the consciousness of the planet, that is enlightening the world. It's happening here. It's happening now. It's happening with you and I. Tell a friend. May the whole world live in happiness and peace. May the whole world live in happiness and peace. Om Shalom. Amen. So what you might want to do at the end of your meditations is rub your palms together vigorously. Get a little friction in your palms, and then just palm your eyes. Sometimes when you look at your third eye, that can cause a little eye strain. And if your eyes ever flutter or twitch or get sore, you can just drop your gaze a little bit. It's not so important how high up you're gazing. It's more important that you just keep your eyes still and affixed at one point, and you're observing the sensation between the eyebrows. If you find that you get a little bit too much energy, sometimes the Kundalini and the Shaktipat is nice and flowing, and it's just a nice gentle ride up, higher and higher and higher. Sometimes it hits you really hard, and it can be jolting. It's exciting. It's never hurt anybody. There's nothing to be afraid of. But if you ever got kind of amped out, like you have trouble sleeping, you just rub your tailbone. Just take the index finger and the middle finger of your right hand and rub your coccyx bone. And just like looking at your third eye helps bring the energy up the spine, rubbing your tailbone and meditating down there helps bring it back down. So that's the way you can ground yourself. So just to reiterate, first of all, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you to Peace Day TV and for the opportunity to share this Shaktipat meditation. I'm Stephen Sadler with the Self-Awareness Institute. You can find us at selfawareness.com, or you can call us at 949-355-3249. And we'd love to talk to you in person. We are a gathering place for all the people that are enlightening around the world. And we not only want to provide you some more tools and training that will help evolve your consciousness to its full expression, to the full enlightenment, but also to receive your gifts of what you can teach. We're also a place of networking. So many very, very evolved people are a part of our organization. Lots of yoga teachers, lots of authors, lots of business leaders too. We're here not only to teach, but we're also here to teach each other. And so you have gifts, you have things you can contribute. We'd like to hold the space so we can all help each other, so we can all make a difference. We can all make our contribution. And in the last few minutes remaining, since we're a little early here, I just want you to know I have a new book that just came out. It's called The Theory of Existence and the Science of Consciousness. And I want to invite you to read it. It's on Amazon. It too is a guided meditation. It will explain some of the questions that we're all beginning to ponder. What existed prior to existence? What made the Big Bang boom? What underlies all matter and mass? What's directing and guiding the formation of matter and mass? And what's guiding us? Why are we evolving? What's guiding us through all our life experiences? There's invisible forces that are guiding all life. And so I've done the best job I can to try and clarify these answers and to give you the inspiration to look deeper within yourself, to not only understand it, but to realize these truths for yourself. We live in the age of enlightenment, and you have been called to bring this light into the world. And so the more you read, the more you listen, the more you meditate, the more you network and share with others, the more you participate in this collective awakening, the more light will be brought into the world. And after all, that's what we're here for. So God bless you. Let's change the world. What do you say?